Hey, it's Queen Amina. How y'all doing? I want to first say thank you. Thank you y'all. Thank you to everybody that joined into my show last night. It was a phenomenal show, and I really, really appreciate everyone that joined into the show. I really, really do. So again, I want to say thank you to everybody. But today, I've been touching on a lot of different subjects, and today I really want to touch on something that's very near and dear to my heart. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Thank you. So what I wanted to talk about is somebody move me 10. I'm sorry. I want to talk about protecting your children. And of course, I'm in the middle of a game of Monopoly with my babies, so I'm going to try my best to talk quickly. Listen, today my 7-year-old came home. Now my 7-year-old has a lot of friends, and one of her little 10-year-old friends, maybe a few minutes after she did, came to my house, and she knocked on my door. Now, I don't like to put people in my business or whatever, but this situation made me very sad and very angry. And it made me think about a lot of parents and a lot of things that's going on in the world with you people. So this little girl came to me. She says, I'm locked out. Mind you, she's 10. She said, I'm locked out of my house. I don't know my mom's number. I don't know my dad's number. My brother's supposed to be there. He's 22, but he's not there. I don't know. So me thinking that maybe the brother ran to the store. It's only 2:09. She gets home at about 2:05. Maybe he ran to the store. So I said to the little girl, come in and use the bathroom. We'll try to reach your parents. She didn't know their number. Okay. We couldn't reach anybody. So I said, okay, well, write a little note. Tell them that you're at my house. So hopefully when they come back in 5 to 10 minutes is what I thought, they will come and knock on my door for this little girl because she's 10. Okay. 2.5 hours later. Did you hear the time frame? 2.5 hours later. No one came to look for this girl. No one came home to let this child in. Nothing. Okay? What I'm trying to say is, people, is it my turn, children? People do not protect their children the right way. And I'm not the end all be all. I'm really just not. I know I'm not. But at the end of the day, when I was still in office or working from office, my little people had instructions. They all had cell phones. Okay, which I really don't think little people should have them, but when you work, you need to make sure your children have phones, okay? My oldest, who is now 20, well, she will be 20 next month. My oldest had to pick up my youngest, who is now 7, okay? But they had phones, so they would communicate with me, and they would let me know what's going on from one minute to the next. My son had to pick up my other daughter. She's 12. He's 17. They weren't that age. They were maybe 3 years ago. But at the end of the day, everybody had a job to do, and everyone ended up in a pair, okay? And then they ended up home. But they would call me when they left school. The oldest two, they would call me when they left school. They would call me when they got to the youngest two. They would call me once they got the youngest two out of wherever they were going, from school, daycare, wherever. And they would call me once they got in the house and locked my door. I would call them to let them know I was leaving work, tell them to take out something for dinner. But it was still that check-in process. And I'm noticing that you parents don't check in with your children anymore. I even see parents walking down the street on their phone, smoking a cigarette. They kids is at the corner of the block, and they about to cut the corner of another block. You guys are not protecting your children, okay? I don't say that to be rude to anyone. I don't say that to be mean or to hurt anyone. I want to make you all aware that abduction of children is real. Kidnapping of children is real. Rape and molest of children is real. So for you people to think, okay, my child can be at the end of the block and I'm at the top of the block. That's not, dead. No, cut that. Seriously, cut that. For you people to think, okay, I gave my child a key, she lost it, oh well, she gonna sit on the steps. You don't know who might walk up in there 2-3 hours before you get home. Like right now where I'm at, it's almost 100 degrees. That little girl would have been outside in the heat on her steps for 3 hours. Me being the mother and the woman that I am, I could not allow that. So I let her in. Then when her sister came home from high school, mind you, the brother that's supposed to be there to let her in, the 22-year-old, he still didn't come home. And when I did walk them over there, the way I understood it, he was home, he was asleep. That's still unacceptable if you are responsible for a 10-year-old child. So again, I'm talking to you seriously. Protect your children. Know where they are. I spoke to this woman maybe about 4:30, and the woman said to me, I'm on my way home. I'm rushing. I'm going to come and knock on your door because I want to thank you. It is now almost 6 o'clock. I still have not heard from this woman, which leads me to believe she never came home. which leads me to believe anything could have happened to any of her children, which is unacceptable. And I don't think that's cool. Everybody will not be like me. I work from home, okay? And I made a point to work from home to do what I can do and be there for my buggers. Movie 6. But everybody can't do that. And I know that. But you still, as a parent, having a job. Honestly, my sweetheart, he runs several businesses. But he makes a point, no matter what the freak he is doing, to go and get his kids on time. Or to make sure someone has his kids so that he can pick them up from them when he's done what he's doing. But he still makes a point. I won the lottery. Well, still makes a point to make sure that he knows where they are at all times. He's not a saint. They have a mother. But at the same time, he doesn't leave everything up to her. He makes sure that he knows. And I want to stress enough that the rest of you people, moving on, I want to make sure that the rest of you people are doing the same. You don't have to be like us, but you do have to protect your babies. Because if you don't, nobody else in the world will. Okay? Now, again, I'm not the end-all be-all. And the only reason why I'm talking about protecting your children is because children of the day are disappearing. They're on milk cartons. They're on cereal boxes. And this is nothing new. But I'm starting to see it more and more and more and more. Okay? Parents, step up and be parents. And if you're not ready to be parents, make sure you give your child to someone who is ready to be a full-time parent. These children do not deserve that. Because what I wanted to do was call the police. To have the police come and get the little girl. But then I was thinking to myself, as a 10-year-old child, my parents didn't come home. Would I really want the police to come get me? So I didn't, and I waited. But at the end of the day, that child did not belong to me. If something would have happened to her, it would have been my fault. And why? Because I was nice enough to take her in? So I'm going to suggest again, parents, please. I'm not the end-all be-all. I can't tell you all what to do. I cannot make or break you. But I know where all of my babies are, even my 20-year-old. I know where she is right now. Do you understand what I'm saying? No, she ain't got to check in, but I know where she is. It's just a respect thing. It's a make sure I'm secure and I'm safe. So I'm going to go. I've been talking too long. Just got off work, honestly. Just got out the shower. And I'm about to do something that I do. I don't know how the rest of you do, but you see these little people? We playing Monopoly. So I'm going to get back to my game of Monopoly because I'm losing because I'm talking to y'all. But I know where my babies are. It's my point. So you guys need to know where y'all's are too. And again, I want to thank everybody that tunes into Queen Amina. I want to thank everybody that subscribed, everybody that shares, everybody that passes me on. And the feedback I'm getting from you guys is wonderful. I don't try to be funny. I don't. But a lot of people say, you know, you're real, you're truthful, and you're funny as I don't know what. I'm really not trying to be funny. I'm really trying to give you guys a message. But if you find some humor in what I'm saying, it is what it is, and I appreciate it. I am up to my 50th subscriber, so I do want to say thank you. I'm excited. And you make my day, you guys. You really do. And I again want to say thank you. I got to get back to my babies. This has been the Queen. Remember, protect your babies. Okay? It's real out there. And you already know that. Deuces.
My turn?
It's my turn.